Well, good morning, everybody. Rob here in Bakersfield, California on the 2013 Forester 72, heading to work, and welcome to another week of Throwback Thursday. This week's episode is going to be about the Vouyer, otherwise known as a Peeping Tom. Now, I was working out of Eastern Division, the graveyard shift, on a relief squad. I was a relief officer, which meant I didn't have an assigned beat. I would work different beats of those officers who had those days off. And I got a radio call to go down to an apartment just south of El Cajon Boulevard on the south side of Interstate 8 and meet with a woman regarding a Peeping Tom. So it's not a high priority call, so I don't get any backup. It's, not code 3 or anything like that. So I get down there from the station, which probably took about half hour to get there in the traffic and from the distance. So I figure, that guy's gonna be long gone by the time I get there, but just for the heck of it, I cruised through the alley behind the apartments, and that's where the backside of the apartments are at. Look to see if there's anybody there. Well, I had gotten a description of the suspect as being a male Mexican, about 25, with a mustache and short dark hair. I cruised down the alley. Well, there's nobody in the alley. So that's, first strikeout. No luck there. So I go on around to the front of the apartment complex and I park, get out, go up, knock on the apartment, in which that apartment did back up to the alley. And I am greeted at the door by this tall, stunning brunette in a bathrobe. And when I say stunning, I mean stunning. Well, I introduced myself and I asked her, would you call in about a Peeping Tom? She goes, yes, and invited me in. So I stepped inside to get all the information. Well, come to find out that she's a San Diego police officer. One that I didn't know, of course. I don't know everybody that's on the department. And she worked out of Central Division on second watch. And she had just got home from work and jumped in the shower, was taking a shower, and like most of those older buildings like that, they have these small windows that are maybe 6 inches high and 12 inches wide. You can slide the window open inside the shower so that when you're taking a shower, all the hot moisture from the shower goes out and you don't get a bunch of condensation in the bathroom, which creates mold. This was before they required you having vents in bathrooms, which is what she did. She had the bathroom window open while she was in there taking the shower. And she explains all this to me, that she's in there taking a shower and she got this funny feeling and happens to look over and here's this guy, his face plastered up against the screen, watching her shower. And she screamed and yelled at him and he took off. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to go out around and back to the alley and I'll, check for fingerprints and evidence, footprints, all that kind of stuff. Well, I go around there and I photograph the footprints that are in the soft dirt under her bathroom window, and I dusted the windowsill for fingerprints and everything and got some fingerprints. And well, she's standing in the shower looking out the window watching me, doing the job and everything. And so then she asked me kind of sheepishly, like, well, if I would look in the bathroom window and see what I could see and just tell her, let her know just how much was she exposed to that guy peeking in her window. So I, look in the window and she's standing there in the shower. Of course, she still has her bathrobe on. And I tell her, well, if he's as tall as I was, he would have been able to see you from about the waist up. If he was shorter than I and standing on his tiptoes, which is what it looks like from the footprints, he probably would have only been able to see you from your shoulders up, maybe a couple of inches down. It depends on how tall he was. So that kind of made her feel a little bit better that she wasn't totally, fully exposed to this guy peeking in her window. So, I finish up outside and I come back around the front. I had called in and got a case number, gave her the case number, and told her that the detectives will probably contact her in the next day or so, and if not, stop off into Central and see them and see if they got any similar cases in the area and any suspects. Because I did, you know, being the relief officer, I did not know if there was a rash of those cases going on. I did know that we had had a rash of rapes going on in the neighborhood, but that I didn't think that's what this was. I think it was just some guy walking down the alley, saw our bathroom window open and the light on, and saw an opportunity to peek in and get a glimpse of it. So that she didn't really have a lot to worry about, but if she really wanted to feel secure, she should probably move from that neighborhood, because it's not the best neighborhood to live in. And I went about my way. And I never ran into her again. Never heard anything more about that case. I did work that area a few more times, and I did, you know, get into the habit of cruising that alley looking for guys peeking in windows, but I never did catch anybody doing that. So there you go, that's the story. I know it's not really exciting, no arrests were made, but it just goes to show that even police officers can be victims of crimes at times. And one of these days I'll have to tell you about when I was a victim of a crime, besides when I got shot, of course. This was something different. But anyway, that's another story for another time. I hope you liked this story. I gotta go get gas. If you did, hit the like button and give me a comment, and come back again next week. Subscribe if you want. And I'll see you all later. I'm gonna get gas. The kind for the bike.